rocket. He is the rocket, and Ryan Newman is the Bud Pole winner, a quarter second faster than the field. Budweiser, official beer of NASCAR, proud sponsor of the Bud Pole Award, given to the fastest qualifier at each NASCAR Nextel Cup race. Ready to go racing at the Rock, one of our favorite racetracks, and Darrell Waltrip, three-time now Nextel Cup champion. Wow, what a day to go racing, and how are you going to keep your car intact for 400 miles and the tires good?
You got to be smooth. We hear it all the time. Got to be smooth. You got to have tire management, and you got to have good pit strategy. You can't just come in the pit anytime you want to. You're going to have to think that out, because you can go further on fuel than you can on tires, so that's going to change things a little bit.
But Larry, you got to keep him on the lead lap.
I mean, that's it. You're going to keep him posted the entire time. Where the leader is, you're going to give him his lap times, but you're also going to say, pace yourself. Be patient. We get to that last 50 laps, then you're on your own, DW.
Let's get a word from Speedway Illustrated's Dick Berggren.
You've heard a lot about tires. They are so important here this afternoon at Rockingham. So Rusty Wallace' crew has been to the tire truck. They have bought and mounted 16 sets at $402 a piece for each of these tires. That totals out to $25,728. They're going to use them all. To Matt Yoakum.
Dick, after winning his 4th straight Busch race here at the Rock on Saturday, you would think Jimmy McMurray's confidence would be really high, but actually he told me he's nervous. He's got so much pressure on him. He starts second. The last time a driver won from second here at the Rock was Steve Park back in 2001. It was his second career Cup win. McMurray's trying for his second win here today. To Steve Burns.
Matt, 23-year-old Casey Kane is a star on the rise. He'll start 3rd today. He's replacing a legend, Bill Elliott, in that 9 car, but his crew chief, Tommy Baldwin, gave him an egg, made him carry it around for 2 days and said, this is your friend, as in, put it between your foot and the pedal. Jeannie Zelasco.
Well, numbers can be deceiving, so don't worry about the 18 car of Bobby Labonte. His practice sessions haven't been turning any heads, but this will. In the last 10 races at the Rock, he has finished 8 times in the top 10. He knows of what he drives. They're confident they have the car to take it all at the Rock, guys.
Beautiful day for racing here today.
But the track temperature, 88 degrees, that's hotter than it's been the entire time we've been here. Really going to make these cars slide around, losing that grip.
Here we go, DW.
All right, boys, let's go racing. It's Sunday. Boogity, 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 boys.
It's like yesterday in the Busch race, Ryan Newman on the bottom. In the 12 car, he gets the run off turn 2. Jamie McMurray, our winner yesterday in the 42 car, falls in behind him, running second. Right now, on fresh tires, these guys will be running right around the bottom of the racetrack. Ryan Newman will get his 5 bonus points for leading left here on the first lap.
Darrell, on these fresh tires, everybody feels they're Superman for a while.
Well, you do, but as you can see, you know, you're forced to the outside. And, of course, we had the Busch race here yesterday, and there's plenty of grip up there. I think you'll see guys hopping to the outside right away, trying to make those passes back in the field.
McMurray, conserving nothing, goes for the lead on the inside, turn 1.
He's in the 42 car. Looks like he picks up the throttle so much earlier in the middle of the corner than Ryan Newman in the 12.
He's just got a knack for this racetrack. 4 straight Busch wins here, one again yesterday, and he is on a tear.
He has that confidence.
Brendan Gaughan may have scraped the wall coming out of turn number 2. He continues, no apparent damage, just a little puff of smoke there. And at 3rd place, Rusty Wallace is under fire from Casey Kane.
Brendan should watch that hot spot thing there. Tell him that wall jump out there and bite you.
Casey Kane in that 9 car, remember, this is the car that won the race here in November, but it was with Bill Elliott. Bill Elliott made his first career start here in 1976. Casey Kane was not even born.
59-year-old Joe Ruckman took 2 laps in the James Finch 09 and has pulled that car to the garage area.
Rusty Wallace in the 2 car, he continues to lose spots. He lost a spot then to Jeff Gordon in the 24 and Jeff Green in the 43. The Petty car is right behind him now.
Really got off of turn 2 over there really well. And boy, when you can man it over there, that's what happens. So you have to start working the throttle. The guy behind you doesn't. That works good unless somebody's in your way and you run over them.
There you have to drive a car here as much with the throttle pedal as you do that steering wheel.
Well, like Steve said, you need that egg under the pedal all the time because that's how it's going to be.
A lot of history at Rockingham for that number 43. Richard Petty from Level Cross, just up Route 220. Brand new Petty Museum at Randleman, where you'll see a lot of that STP red and Petty blue. Worth a visit.
And And I really think this is a race that Jeff Green could run well in. The car has run good here with Bobby Hamilton back a few years ago, and Jeff runs good here. So we could see some good things out of the 43 today.
Two distinct grooves here, and Jeff Gordon is the first in turns 3 and 4 to run it way up on the high side, and we'll see a lot of that today.
Oh, that's rim riding, and I love it, baby. You get up there and just let the rough side drag.
And what I've been watching the last 2 or 3 laps, and we're only on about lap 7 or 8. He's running the bottom in 1 and 2. He's running the high groove in 3 and 4.
And there's a reason for that, Larry, believe it or not. The sun is setting. As it goes down in the west, it sets it shines on turns 3 and 4, and it gets a little bit slicker than 1 and 2.
You see our Fox tracks, the number there, it says car lengths. That's how many car lengths he's behind leader Jamie McMurray in the 42.
You used to always have to guess at that.
Now we know it. The Fox track shows it to us.
Tell you one thing we don't have to guess at. That's all those Dodges up there in the first 10. A whole fleet of them. I just think the new rule change, Larry, I think it's played right into the Dodge car's hands. I don't know why. Something about the bodies, I guess, but this shorter spoiler, and it seems to be playing into the Dodge's hands.
Well, last year here it was the Fords that cleaned house, took the first 8 spots. This year it's the Dodges.
And you know, Ford got a new nose, and they got more downforce on the nose than they had last year. That may turn out to bite them.
Because the rear spoiler being reduced in size took rear downforce away. The balance on the car, difference from front and rear may be off.
For more on the lead Dodge, Steve Burns.
Hey, Mike, it took Jamie McMurray exactly 3 laps to say, guys, I'm loose already. His spotter, Lord Ranier, said, nice and easy does it. And we said, in 10 laps, those tires will drop off by a full second. Matt Yoakum.
Either took a lap and a half for Ryan Newman to tell his crew chief, Matt Borland, that his 12 car is tight all the way around this racetrack. It was both loose and tight during the final practice session. Some changes have helped. They still have some work to do.
And Matt, I watched that group this morning. They were not very good in the final practice yesterday. They pretty much changed everything but the roof number on that car.
But you got one of them that's loose, and he's complaining. You got one of them that's tight. He's complaining, but they're running the same lap speeds.
This group right here, Jimmy Johnson in the 48, Elliott Sadler in the 38, we're riding here with Robbie Gordon in the 31. They're in desperation right now. They're stuck back in traffic. We're only 11 laps into this run. They're already a half a lap down to the leader.
You cannot linger in the back. You've got to get going. I think Robbie got up in the wall here somewhere over there off of turn 2, probably. Let's see if we can see. Well, here he is. He's up in that kind of that transition area we were talking about, and smacks that wall right there where it sticks out.
He's coming off DW's hot spot.
He just hit it. She will be marked well before the day is over with.
From Michael Waltrip's onboard camera looking back at Robbie Gordon.
And I tell you, Jeff Gordon is making a really good, he's making up a lot of ground running that high line off of turns 3 and 4.
And it's easier on the tires up there. I mean, you run where your car wants to run, where it feels the best, but it's so much easier on the tires.
Plus, there's a lot of grip up there. Everybody tries to run the bottom. You see a real black streak around the bottom of the racetrack. There's a lot of grip up high up there. It's hard on, it'll eat the tires up a little bit more, Larry, because there's no rubber up there, but there's a lot of grip.
The front 5 begin to squeeze back together. McMurray, Newman, Kane, and Mayfield, and Jeff Gordon, the veteran of that group, sits 5th.